when he gave that half-hearted vote of confidence, said, unless something drastic happens, Luke Walton will keep his job. And you know what drastic happened? LeBron James went down and said, you know what? I'm going to come back after Luke is gone.
Wow, you going that far with that, Whit?
So
you don't believe that in your heart.
Yeah, come on, man.
Really? No, not with a groin injury. As soon as he hurt his groin, I remember they showed and zoomed in on his lips. He said, I felt it pop.
I felt the pop.
Once he said that, I told everybody in the room, I said, that's a month. That's a month. At his age.
Easy.
I think you read his lips wrong. I think he said, I want Popovich.
And I ain't coming back until I get what I want. I think Popovich want him too, the way the Spurs played a little bit.
Crazy.
This is weird. This is tough because Luke Walton shouldn't be graded right now without his best player on his roster. Think about it. The entire offseason, training.
I mean, it's bigger than that.
The best player in the world. Oh, and you designed a plan with him bigger than him. Bigger than Nino. The whole plan's LeBron focused. Yeah. And then LeBron's gone, and you know what it is. Athlete nature. All right, we're going to try and play together, but it's time to get those suppressed numbers back up. And it's like a lot of individual parts, especially offensively. Defensively, it's a better team without LeBron. They went from 10th to 2nd in defensive rating, but that's not helping them win games because they're not putting up the points. I just say this is mulligan time if you're talking about Luke Walton. You do not grade a guy without his best player on the court. When last seen with this team,
what if
they
the
won
best
against
players doing the grading and he doesn't want to pass the coach?
One thing I know about his character is if he can play, he will play. Like that's not in the discussion with me in my personal opinion about LeBron James, because he's a guy that likes to go out there, perform, play his game. The mind games and control of the organization is not something that he does as a person. It's just that's what the media's perception of him is.
Damn,
and he has an opinion. He has an opinion on different things, but it's not necessarily I'm going to go and make a commandment to the ownership or the organization. However, is the scrutiny on Luke Walton unfair? Yes, but the scrutiny on all NBA coaches is unfair. And the scrutiny right now is not about the performance without LeBron James. It's about beating teams that you're supposed to be, beating teams that you're better than. Chicago, New York, Minnesota, Cleveland. They're better than them without LeBron James. And the ability, their roster is better than them.
They won 35 games last year without.
But those teams are not winning basketball teams, and you should be able to put together a team that goes out there and communicates and plays defense and is inspired. And those are the things that coaches are judged upon, whether he's lost the ear of the team. And we don't know that from the outside. The organization knows that if those guys are not prepared and not motivated on a daily basis, if they're not responding to him, that's how he's going to be evaluated. Do I think it's unfair? Yes, but that's what your job is as a coach. Your job is to inspire, lead, communicate, get guys to go through and take care of game plans. And if you can't do it without your best player, then you have to be held responsible in some respect.
Well, I'm not going to dance, and I'm sure you guys aren't either. The elephant in the room is this is not their hire in Luke Walton. So you know how it is.
And that is fair.
When we don't feel you to the nth degree, we're always looking for evidence to get you out. And it's just like right now, this is more ammunition towards that evidence that Luke Walton's not our guy. If they would have walked Magic and Pelinka. If they would have walked in with the spirit that he is their guy, glass half full, then this wouldn't be evidence of that. This would be evidence of this is a good team, close, but they need the star power. Now we're using this as evidence, Luke Walton can't command the guys because without LeBron, this team can't win.
Well, his comments after the Minnesota game when he said the guys are not playing hard and they're not communicating, that's your job, to get them to communicate and play hard, honestly and truthfully. And he can be judged on those things. Yes, it's very, very, very unfair. And you're absolutely correct. When you come in as a GM and as a president, your job is to be able to put the best product you can out there on the floor. And that's coach and players. And you are held responsible for hires that maybe not are yours at times and their production.
This will sound critical, but it's not. It's just factual. There's a force within the Lakers organization that's stronger than everything else, stronger than Jenny Buss, stronger than Magic, Pelinka, Luke Walton, and it's LeBron James. LeBron James is a force of nature within basketball that has a solar system and an energy source all its own, and when you take that away, I think it becomes harder to coach Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, everybody else on the team, because LeBron is your source of power. He's Samson's long hair. And so I'm going to go back to, I'm going to reference Dave McMenamin from ESPN. Has been covering LeBron for a long time. Here's what he said in a story last Friday. While James, 34, could be in line to return in time for the Lakers game against the Thunder this Thursday, he will take a cautious approach and is prepared to be out multiple weeks if that's what it takes to return at 100%. A source familiar with James's thinking told ESPN. And this is where my point, Dante, is like, look, man, in the NBA, the regular season, in January, February, there's a lot of guys that ain't 100%. NFL, mid-season, a lot of guys ain't 100%, but they're out there. And this is a calculated decision. Again, look, if LeBron wants a different coach, they need to give it to him.
You can speak to this, and after this. When you have injuries when you're older, it's a total different ball game. And, they linger. And a problem with Chris Paul right now is that his stuff is lingering into multiple seasons. And if you look at the landscape of injuries, you have to take your time and take care of your body. Going out there playing hurt is not the answer most of the time. Like, guys go out there, and guys have injuries are not 100%, but there's some stuff that can linger and affect what he's really judged upon, and that is the playoffs. You judge LeBron James not on his regular seasons, what seed he gets. You judge him on what his production in the playoffs and if he brings you a championship. And if this is something that could stop that, then I got to look at it and make sure that I'm 100%, because me being 100% I have to be 100% in March and April.
I echo that. And LeBron James, if he has the power, he doesn't have to take the extra time to use that same power. He can just say, look, this is what I want. You guys going to give it to me if he has that power. If he doesn't, then this won't work either, because you don't have the power.
Oh, so this is more powerful than him saying anything.
Just sitting out and watch it?
Far more powerful.
For a 35-win team, in contrast, I don't think it really lands where he wants it to. It's a 35-win team.
Teams always say that you're healthy when you are the judge of your health. Your doctor's going to say you should be okay, but I know when I feel bad. I know when my body's not right. Yeah. And if I'm not right, I can't go and be me. And if you go out there, LeBron James, he's 75%, and he's not doing what he's supposed to, what we're going to be talking about, LeBron James doesn't have it anymore. Yeah. And he can't get it done. And he's not doing what he's supposed to in Los Angeles. So I got to be able to do my full job, and I respect that as a man, to be able to say, you know what, I'm not ready. I'll do it. I'll do it when I can, and I'm going to try to do it at the best level rather than just give you a half.
You've made excellent points, but I stand by my deal.
And you always will.
He heard of Popovich. Is what he heard.
I heard it.
Thanks, Dante.